restart.
Hello, everybody. We welcome you inside the booth here. I'm David Kemp alongside Davin Koontz for a special presentation of Pioneer basketball on PTV. Today, we're on the road for one of the best crosstown rivalries I have ever seen. Yankees, Red Sox, Lakers, Celtics, all those pale in comparison to the passion held by these two fan bases.
Yeah, David. I was talking about it in the girls' game. It just seems every time we see these two teams get together, no matter what, it's always a good game. Football, boys basketball, girls basketball, you'll see some discrepancies. Baseball, swimming, bowling, whatever you want to call it, it's going to be a good matchup between Lansing and Leavenworth because, truly, I hate Lansing.
And Davin, that sentiment is shared among the fan bases on both sides. Talking to players and fans today, Xavier Ream was talking extensively about how much he thinks their fan base, he hates them. He thinks their entire team is trash. Adrian Brantley described them as rich white boys. And honestly, it just feels good to beat a team like this. The battle for Eisenhower, the only other competitive team in our conference, and again, Davin, I agree with you. Every single time we have this matchup, it is just super competitive. Such a fun game to watch. I was there as a spectator, as a fan for the football game, and you could see the entire student section painted white, and
It's just different. It's just different against this time around. Honestly, I have goosebumps right now just waiting for this matchup. I'm ready to see, two of the best players in the UKC conference, and Makai Stevens and Adrian Brantley just go back and forth at it head to head. Night in and night out, these guys perform, and I can't wait to see them put on a show tonight for us.
We will hand it over to the PA system here at Lansing High School.
It's going to be the national anthem, I believe, first, David.
Honor who served this great nation. Please stand for the singing of the national anthem. By LHS sophomore Carson Ellington. Varsity is a member of the LHS choir, choir and the Legacy Singers. Carson is the two-time selection to district choir and was recently selected to the Kansas All-State Choir.
And now we'll head over for your starting lineups. First, I believe it's going to be for the Leavenworth Pioneers.
Beginning with a visit by head coach at owner, the 6'1" senior, number 4, by Lonnie Cheatham. At owner, we put Hyman Senior, number 5, and Trey Tolan. At guard, 11 junior, number 14, AJ Clark. At 4, the 6'3" junior, number 23, Adrian Brantley. At number 6'1" senior, number 24, Gunnar Alonso. Pioneers led by coach Kurt Linebacker. Starting lineup for your Lansing Lions, led by head coach 6'2" junior, 0'5" 6'4" senior, Brady. That's 6'7" junior, 10, Tinker. 6'2" senior, Brady Anderson. 6'2" junior, 23, Jesse Wilson. Led by head coach, assistant coach, and Hodges.
And there you have it, folks. Linebacker squad led out today by number 4, Reboni Cheatham, number 5, Clark, 23, and number 20. And the Lansing Lions send out Mackay Deacon Mandy, Brady Anderson, and Jesse Wilson. Gavin, it's going to be a good game all around. I got to say, the Pioneers, in a matchup with this much hate and bitterness, I feel like our advantage has got to be physicality. Play hard, play tough, and sure, they may have the 6'7" center, but beyond that, these teams match up very well physically.
Yeah, I mean, David, the star of the show for the Lansing Lions is going to be Mackay Stevens over there on the far side. I mean,
Brandon's
he's
jumping early.
averaging over 18 points a game is Stevens. Stevens is, I mean, just kind of one of those dudes.
And the Lions already in possession here early. To the outside, Manty. This one goes in. To the rim, that one is going to bounce off. And now the Pioneers are working their way down the court. A.J. Clark. To the outside, Tolbert. To Rivani Cheatham. He is my player to watch today. He has been playing excellent as the layup is getting thrown.
You know, I just was talking to Mo. I predicted him to have the most points on the night for either squad. I mean, I think he's just gonna he's gonna be an X factor. I think he can get lost inside of this Lansing defense.
But if Cheatham and AJ Clark, the playmakers, can really get some good momentum going, move the ball around, then your playmakers, then your guys in the corners like Brantley, as this one rattles around a little bit, but he's not going to find his way down. But if Brantley and Alonzo can finish the job, this could be a very well-rounded Pioneers game today.
Yeah, yes, it could, David.
It's Mackay with the mid-range jumper. It's not going to go in. Trey Tolbert almost loses it. 3 games possession. To Travion Tolbert. To Brantley. Clark. To the inside. Goes to the leg. Trying to draw a foul, but jumping away is Wilson. Not going to let that happen. Tolbert. With the leg. It's down. 6:25 left on the clock.
First points on the night for Tolbert. He's got 2. You know, I think Tolbert's going to be another one of those guys that you just got to, I mean, if you're the Lions, you just can't let him get lost, because if he gets lost, he can score. And Anthony will score too. If they're a mid-range heavy team, as they've got 2 mid-range jumpers on the night already, the Lions do.
The Lions boys varsity team has already scored more points than the girls varsity team did in the entire first half. Lady Pioneers dominated Lansing. Boys Pioneers having a bit more trouble. Similar record against common opponents, but one thing to note as this one from Stevens will go up and out. Brantley wrestling around with Jesse Wilson. And Gunnar Alonso gets possession. Driving in, tries to draw a foul. Referees holding onto their whistles, and personally, Gavin, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Again, hurt the Pioneers there, but let the boys play. You know there's a lot of bitterness here. And with the way that these two fan bases feel about each other, you know, we want to see a little bit of physicality. Anderson to Stevens. Back to Stevens. Brady Anderson. As the turnover will go back into the hands of the Pioneers. Trey Tolbert. Driving to the rim. He passes it to Brantley on the outside. Drops the today. 5-4. The Pioneers have taken the lead with 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's absolutely right, David. Like I said, Adrian Brantley, Makai Stevens going to be going back and forth all night. I mean, Makai Stevens is regarded as maybe the best player in the UKC, but I think Adrian Brantley is right up there next to him.
Adrian even said it himself before the game. He said, Makai Stevens carries this team, but the rest of them are, quote, trash. And again, that just shows so much confidence from a player.
Yeah, just to note that, like, just to think that, like, I mean, to even say that, you have to, like, believe it, you know?
And this
As the
fan base
Pioneer crowd stands up.
This
as
fan
the
base
team's up
believes
to
in
a
this game
Pioneer
just as
lead.
much as they did in their football team back a couple months ago. This September, the Pioneers broke their 3-game losing streak as
Stevens
at the hands of the Lions,
Stevens' first points on the night.
7-5 Lions. But in September, Pioneers went into halftime tied and went on a tear in the second half, winning 25-7 in that rivalry matchup.
You know, David, the energy in this building is just different than any Pioneer game I've seen all season.
And we will be taking this matchup back to Leavenworth in a couple weeks as well. Last year, the game in LV, as this one will go up. Last year, the game in LV was one of the most entertaining games to watch all season as a Pioneer fan. They were up by 9 at one point, took it all the way into overtime, ultimately found themselves on the wrong side of it, but currently on a 4-game losing streak against the Lions. They definitely
As Mandy's up to 4 points tonight.
as the Pioneers are going to take a breather. Leavenworth currently trails by 7, 12-5 on the scoreboard. Lansing is on an 8:01 in the last 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, David, like, that's one of the biggest things that the Pioneers are going to have to stop. They're going to have to find a way to stop the Lions from going on runs. Because, I'll be frank, the Pioneers do not score the basketball well enough to stay in a game whenever whenever they're trailing. Like, they just don't have the offensive capabilities to get going.
Seeing the Pioneers start fast, it's definitely entertaining. They have shown a capability to stay in the games. I think a big issue for them has been choking some away late. They did that against Topeka West after trailing in the third quarter by only a couple, but then losing by 20 plus. They did that against Shawnee Heights, losing by 1 in the fourth quarter before losing by 18. And they've done it against Atkinson, winning as late as the fourth quarter and then dropping it. But you've seen the pieces come together, and you feel like soon enough the domino is going to fall, and the Pioneers are going to go on a win streak. Colbert and Brantley on the far side. Instead, Alonzo will take 7-11. Pioneers currently trail by 4 with 2:51 left to play. Jumper from Anderson will bank off the front of the rim. They are building houses with all these bricks. Alonzo to Cheatham, right on it, Cheatham. Gets thrown down.
You know, David, there's no foul call there. And even though it probably was a foul, I'm not upset seeing that one, go in Lansing's favor, because I'm going to hope that later in this game, it's going to go in Leavenworth's favor on the other side. Because Leavenworth's a team that likes to play some physical defense.
They are going to allow the Pioneers to take possession of the ball. Adrian Brantley inbounding for Leavenworth. Brantley to Alonzo. Rilani Chino. Pioneers throwing up a play, and they're going to call the traffic. 11-7. Lansing remains in the lead. Coming to inbounded is Brady Kai Stevens. Stevens to the new substitute, Trey Bowden.
Yeah, Bowden was a starter on this Lions team last year. Bowden was a starter on this team last year. He was their starting point guard, I believe. You know, I mean, just kind of falling out of the rotation he has.
Layup for Anderson. Will extend the Lions lead. Toilet bowl stops from Brantley. It wins its way out. AJ Clark for three. They're going to need to call the plumber with all these that keep on slipping out. 13-7. Pioneers trail by 6, but they're just a couple good shots away from getting right back into this. 1:56 on the clock here in the first quarter.
Yeah, no, my player to watch from the Lions has just checked into the game, Mason Stevens. I mean, his older brother Makai is really the star of the show in Lansing, but I believe Mason is the more skilled brother as
Clark for three. Almost had it. Brantley with the rebound. Adrian Brantley, number 23 to the line. Pioneers trail by 6. Phoenix closer. Second team foul of the night for the Lansing Lions. Brantley for 2 shots. First one, in and out. Gets a couple high fives for his teammates. Trying to calm himself down and reset. Took a pretty hard foul there. Brantley lining his shot back up. And that one will fall. 13-8. Pioneers cut the lead down to 5.
Brantley up to 4 on the night.
1:37 on the clock. Still in the first quarter. Hine. Stevens. Back to Hine. Mackay Stevens for 3. It is not going to fall. I could feel some gusts of wind over here with that air.
Yes, he can, David.
High arcing shot does not get any part of the rim. AJ Clark, the conductor for this offense. Into Alonzo. Gunnar Alonzo. To Brantley. Brantley for 3. Not gonna fall. Bowden. Looking for an option. Mackay Stevens getting physical. And will draw the foul. Davin, I can't say I agree with that one. I didn't see Keyshawn King against him.
I think it's more that I think it's more that King fell over because he doesn't leave him a landing space for Stevens, and that's one of the requirements for it to not be a foul is you must leave a landing space for your opponent, unless it's a charge, obviously. But I don't think King quite got his feet set in time for it to be a charge.
Definitely a close call that could have gone either way. Instead, it might not matter as Mackay Stevens already misses his first shot. Hopefully he bricks this one too. 14-8. Second one is down the pipe. Adrian Brantley inbounding to Clark. Pioneers today. First time Davin, us on the broadcast, getting to see their road blues.
Yeah.
With the Lions with the white. Lions across the chest in black font and the red numerals. Alonzo sizing up Stevens. Brantley for 3. And it's not going to fall. Not going to matter anyway. Alonzo steps
It's gonna be a legal screen on Alonzo there, I believe.
back into possession of Lansing. 6-point game. And quite frankly, it stayed pretty stagnant for the last 2 minutes or so. Pioneers just trying to stay in it. Hopefully they can go on a run soon. Trying to milk the clock. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. And now it's down to 15 on the game clock. The pump fake. Going in for the lay. In and around. 5 seconds. King gets it blocked. Pioneers will inbound it. They currently trail by 6. Perhaps time for one more shot. Cheatham, Butter, and King down the court. Brantley for 3. Half court shot. And Davin, it's definitely a different vibe from the first game we watched here. Me calling the girls game. Pioneers led by 20 at the end of the first quarter. And
Yeah,
it's a much closer contest. Less
yeah, and I think what you're gonna see here in the second quarter is honestly the Pioneers just starting to chip away. I mean, only down 6. There's not much chipping to be done, but I mean, you're just gonna see the Pioneers. I think hit a couple more shots. I mean, work their way back into this game, back into the lead, and I hope we go into the second half up, hopefully at least 4 points.
I think that despite the Pioneers being on the wrong end of the scoreboard, they have shown that they can compete against the team at this level.
Yeah, of
They have
course.
they have similar records against common opponents. One confusing matchup, despite the Pioneers losing both of their games to base win, the Lions are undefeated. But I think that's more of a valuable matchup than talent. Every other game feels like results tend to line up in each team's favor.
Yeah, and I mean, just just watching so far, just watching so far in this game, it's been. I mean, it's been the Lions who hit a couple jumpers. The Pioneers have not seemed to find their jumper yet, as only one 3-point shot has fallen. I mean, only one has fallen for the Lions as well, but they've hit a few deep mid-range shots.
A lot of these balls that could have gone the other way would definitely make the scoreboard a bit closer. But overall, I think the talent is very similar on each side. Brantley goes back to the outside. Jumper. And it's not going to fall. Getting the rebound is King. Trey Tolbert now. Trey Tolbert directing his team. An electric atmosphere here in Lansing, Kansas. Tolbert for 3. It will not fall. But now working their way back down the court is voting. Swatted away by King. And now coming into the game is Syquise Davis, number 3 on your screen. Pioneers' current lineup includes Davis, King, Brantley, Cheatham, and Tolbert. Fancy. And it's now 16-10 Lions. Still a 6-point game. .39 on the clock here in the second quarter. Adrian Brantley inbounding to Cheatham. Cheatham to Tolbert. Adrian Brantley for 3. And Davin, none of these shots from Brantley just seem to go his way.
Yeah, and that's going to be a foul on Manthe. It looks like you kind of just shoved Cheatham over there.
A big missed opportunity for an and one.
Yeah.
But still, Leavenworth is showing they have a lot of grit, they have a lot of determination.
As Tolbert inbounds it. Tolbert inbounds to King. King for the layup, and it's good.
I can hear it.
Only a 4-point lead for the Lions now. Like I said, I think they're just going to keep chipping and chipping and chipping away.
The 3-pointer, and it is not going to fall.
As your Pioneer crowd chants, air ball.
Queen Davis working his way around the arc. Adrian Brantley back to Queen. Davis with the lay. Not going to go down. With the rebound is King. Still not falling. Pioneers trying to chip. Not able to get this contest within 1. They still trail by 4. 16-12 Lions.
As a timeout is called over by Larry Hogan.
Timeout called by the Lions. And now, with the Pioneers trailing by 4, I gotta think, Devin. This timeout might benefit the Pioneers more than it does the Lions.
Yeah, honestly, it looked like the Pioneers were kind of scrambling to get back on defense there. And I mean, Coach Hogan was begging for that timeout. He must not like what he's seen either.
Since the start of the second quarter, the Pioneers have outscored Lansing by 2. Definitely not a considerable margin. Anderson inbounding. Back to Anderson. Brady Anderson. Now in the hands of Deacon Manfi. To Heim. Brady Heim. For 3. And it's bricked. Adrian Brantley to AJ Clark. Clark to Davis. Rivani Cheatham. Adrian Brantley going all the way around the horn. The air ball has the Lansing crowd jeering. And the left did not go in. Jesse Wilson not able to get that one in.
So number 30, Chris Davis, his first team there, stepping on shooting 2.
Adrian Brantley having a quick chat with Drew Linebach. Personally, I think that could be beneficial to him. He's played great in terms of getting himself on the right side of the ball, but a lot of his shots just haven't fallen, whether that be a composure issue or whatnot.
Yeah, he just got subbed out of the game. I mean, he just needs to, like, I don't know, just find the flick of the wrist, getting it into the hoop.
Florent. Working his way down the court. To Alonzo. Gunnar Alonzo. AJ Florent. Quee Davis for the leg.
What a layup by Quee. Oh my goodness. I
Quee
don't know if I've seen anything like that all year.
an exceptional play off the glass. 16-14.
What
Pioneers
touchdown
with
from
the
Cypress Davis.
He understood the assignment. Jumper from the guys from Manthi will go in. And now the Pioneers trail by 4 again. Williams for 3. Off the glass. And errant ball sends it right out of play for the Pioneers. Williams inbounding to Clark. AJ Clark directing traffic. Both fan bases are electric here. I've only two. Stevens. Excellent defense. And drawing the foul is Malachi Williams. The Pioneers get the ball back. We currently trail by 4 with 3:33 left to play here in the first half. One of the best rivalries I have ever been a part of. 18-14. The Lions currently lead. Leavenworth, again, they got to keep it close at halftime, but then, Davin, an important thing for this squad to remember is that you still have 16 more minutes to play.
Yes, sir, that is true. The fouls.
2 minutes on the play. His first.
Looks like there's going to be fouls on both teams.
They should offset.
Ball's going to fall into Lansing because they had the ball.
Now it's Coach Weinbach's turn to have a word with the officials.
Yeah, I'm not sure what went on there, but looks like it's going to end up back in the hands of Lansing.
Brady Heim and bounce to Anderson. Brady Anderson. Back to Deacon Manthi. Manthi.
Nice spinning layup there from Manthi. I mean, that's an advanced move you don't see too often.
Runner Alonso. To Clee Davis. Oh, but
Chinese forty.
and he will join 3-pointers to bring the Pioneers within 3. 2017. 3 minutes on the clock. Both second bases are getting electric here. Number 23, Wilson. This one goes around the arc. Mid-range jumper. And Deacon Manthi can't get it to fall. On the fast break. Alonzo to Cheatham. Cheatham with the left. Cheatham Pioneers. Mackay Stevens. And it will not. Well, it will fall, but not before some interference from the officials. Going to the baseline is Brady Heim. Bounding from the first foul. Second, turning over the line here, sending several starters back into the game. Cheatham, Davis, Tolbert, and Brantley currently on the court, along with Keyshawn King. Will get the interception. 20-19. Pioneers trying to take their first lead since the first quarter. Petravion Tolbert. Wow! Thank you very much. The Pioneers take a 2-point lead. 22-20. Great. The Pioneers face for that chances. Will fall right on top of Brady Heim. The entire student section is going bananas. 22 Pioneers lead. And it's taken long enough with the first foul of the game charged to number 23, Adrian Brantley. Seeing that the Lions have been unable to cope with the pressure, Pioneers are now employing a full court play. Drawing the foul from King will give the Lions possession back. And number 23, Justin Wilson.
Yeah, David, I mean, this is exactly what I wanted to see out of the Pioneers here in this fourth quarter. Just kind of taking advantage of the weaker ball handling in the Lions' hands.
Lots of contact on both sides. Refs have let a lot of things go, but I think it's gotten to a point where they can't ignore it anymore.
Yeah, as Wilson gets his first points of the night.
Jesse Wilson will tie the game. 22-22. Just last year, when playing in Lansing in this very court, Pioneers lost 76-61, a 15-point deficit. Today, halfway through this contest, as Davis trying to direct traffic, Adrian Brantley will take a breath. But already about halfway through, 1:23 left to play in the first half. The Pioneers are tied. Take that! Take that! Cranking up the scoreboard. Put 3 more. 25-22. Pioneers in front.
Brantley is up to 11 on the night.
Outscoring the Lions by 9 in the second quarter. And another turnover. 53 seconds. The clock is ticking down in the first half. Great Tolbert to Brantley. Adrian Brantley, a spark plug to ignite this Pioneer offense. Petravion Tolbert working it to Brantley. Brantley to Cheatham. On the fast break from the Lions. It's a 1-point game. Clee Davis slowing down the pace. A 1-second discrepancy between the shot clock and the game clock. 16 seconds to play. Trey Tolbert trying to get one last shot off for the Pioneers. Clee Davis. 6, 5, 4, 3, And with 30 seconds on the clock exactly, Adrian Brantley will draw the foul.
So we head into the line. We have a foul on Brady Heim. That's his second, team third foul.
Brantley to the line.
Good free throw shooter is Brantley, usually about 80% from the line. First one's off the mark. There goes Mike Karma. As Malachi Williams
coming into play right now.
now, Malachi Williams checking into the game.
3 seconds left to play. If this one banks off and out, Pioneers might have a chance to get one more rebound and shot. See them to fight for the ball. And possession goes back in the hands of the Lions. 1.5 seconds left to play. Lansing looking for a heave. The Lions are currently ranked 6th in the UKC, with really the only difference being those games against Base or Linwood. Pioneers currently ranked 8th above Turner. Half court heave will not fall. Off the backboard, and as the Pioneers head into the locker room, Leavenworth, a team that got swept last year, is on a 4-game losing streak against the Lions, 3 games overall. They have 2 players, by Bonnie Shooter, along with Adrian Brantley, having an absolutely electric start to his night. The Pioneers currently are in the lead, 25-24 as they are at halftime.
Yeah, David, and your scoring leaders for the first half, we're going to have Brantley with 11, and Tolbert with 5, and Davis with 5 for the Pioneers. And then Anderson and Mantley with 7. Anderson has 8, Mantley with 7, and Stevens for the Lions with 4. I mean, takeaways from the first half here, David. I'll go. How about Adrian Brantley getting into the game? I mean, not shooting the ball well in the first quarter. Comes back out in the second quarter, hit the 3, hits a layup, makes another layup, gets the Pioneers really back into the game. And just like I said, I think the Pioneers needed to get back up here going into the second half.
I think the best, most encouraging thing for me has been the defense, specifically containing Makai Stevens. He is the guy that we talked about coming into this that is going to be the biggest game changer for the Lansing Lions. And he has been held to only 4 points through the first 2 quarters of play. That's been an absolutely exceptional development for the Pioneers. And as it's clearly shown on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and I just hope we can see it I mean, keep it here going in the second half, shutting him down, and we'll still, I mean, I think we'll stay in this game pretty well. As
Your score at the end of the first 2 quarters. Your Pioneers 25 and the Lansing Lions 20. I'm David Kemp alongside Davin Kuntz, and we will be right back in about 8 minutes. Welcome you back inside the battle for Eisenhower Road, the only boundary separating these two Leavenworth County schools. And right now, the only boundary separating these two schools on the scoreboard is 1 point. Pioneers leading 25-24. We welcome you back inside the booth. We are 1 minute away from the second half. I'm David Kemp alongside Davin Kuntz. And the 6 and 7 Lansing Lions currently coming to this one against the 4 and 10 Pioneers. And really, so far, excellent first half. Pioneers trailing at the end of the first 8 minutes, and we're able to really lock in and make some good adjustments in the second quarter. And they currently find themselves in a spot they rarely do this season.
Yeah,
The lead at halftime.
yeah. One player I was really surprised to see get in that last half was Malachi Williams. He played a little bit in the Chongi tournament. Didn't see him against Stony Heights, and now he's making his first UKC action here tonight. I mean, taking a charge, doing some really good things out on the court, playing some good defense. Haven't seen him score yet, but I don't think that's what he's out there to do. He's not out there to score the basketball. He's out there to give us some good, hard minutes and help us win a basketball game.
Malachi Williams has done just that. He is a role player, worked his way all the way up from the JV squad at the very beginning of the year. Wasn't even on the Max Preps roster on opening day.
Wasn't even starting on JV to start the year. Actually, worked his all the way worked his butt off all the way up from. I mean, sitting on the bench of JV now. I mean, getting some varsity playing time.
He has been such a great story for the Pioneers. And as the Lansing band plays Pina Colada, we are 20 seconds left to play. Pioneers head back out onto the court. Lions already waiting for them. And after a thrilling first half, we are ready for 8 more minutes of basketball. And then hopefully, Davin, at least going into the fourth quarter, the Pioneers can be on the right side of this. A big issue for them has been choking in the second half. If they can stay on the right side of this, then they definitely have a real shot at winning this rivalry. We are back underway here in the second half in Lansing High School. To the outside, Brady Heim passing it to Stevens. Makai Stevens with the brick. He has shot several long-range shots, and he has not made a single three-pointer today. Jesse Wilson to Anderson around the horn. Deacon Nancy was able to get it to fall. AJ Clark directing traffic here. Clark to over. Number 5 on your screen. Rivani Cheatham. Cheatham with the lay. Cheatham. What a play. Pioneers now lead by 1. 27-26. Ball in the hands of Stevens. To Wilson. The three-pointer. Brady Anderson.
He's up to 11 points on the night, David. Really playing well.
29-27, 6:34 on the clock. Adrian Brantley. Little stutter step, sends it to Cheatham. Cheatham getting lots of contact. Linebach hands up, begging for a foul call.
Yeah, and I believe there should have been. I mean, I feel like we've seen multiple times on the other end of the floor the Lions get that call, and I mean, Pioneers just don't get it there.
Adrian Clark. Clark to Brantley. Brantley from downtown. It's going to go. Anderson to Manthe. Manthe to Heim. Heim to Stevens. All the way around the arc. Wilson. Driving in is Stevens. Pioneers now trail by 4. They need to get their composure soon before this one's out of reach. Alonzo for 3. It will not go in. The field goals for the Pioneers have not been consistent enough to win a basketball game. Troy Tolbert with the steal. Tolbert to Alonzo. Pioneers playing with pace. Alonzo with the layup. Alonzo forcing his way down Main Street.
I mean, that's just what Gunnar Alonso does best. He gets in the paint. I mean, like realistically, he just plays fundamental basketball. He just gets down the lane,
First shot will fall.
gets the ball up, gets it off the glass, gets it to go in the hoop. Physical player, tough defender, great player is Gunnar Alonso.
Wilson. Malachi Wilson, not going to fall. The rebound is still not going to fall. And now it's back against the Pioneers with a chance to take the lead. Katrevion Tolbert to Adrian Brantley. Adrian Brantley back to 32. Now Tolbert back down the court. Katrevion Tolbert. Under the rim. Adrian Brantley for three. And it's not going to go. Slammed on the ground by Bonnie Chino. No call from the refs. Brady Anderson to Hine. Brady Hine. Both Brady's can work in here. Now it's in the hands of Hine again. To Manzi. Deacon Manzi. Inside is Wilson, charging his way up. Pioneers. Wilson protesting, but to no avail. The referees give the ball back to the Leavenworth Pioneers.
Nice shoot.
Oh, they'll say it was not a charging call. Damn it, I feel like his feet were planted there. The refs had a different view of it than I did up here. They're actually going to give the ball back to the hands of the Lions. Jesse Wilson taking shots. Number 23 for Lansing. Several questionable calls here, and this game is tied. 32-42. 4:14 on the clock. You could cut the tension in the air with a knife. It is so dramatic inside of the Lansing Stadium. Now trail by one, 33-32.
Bowden checks back into the game for the Lions.
Here on the Lansing side of Leavenworth County. We will be in the Pioneer Stadium in just 2 weeks. But now the Pioneers trying to steal the win in the Lions den. Davis for the lead. Not gonna fall. Bowden. Bowden with the pump fake three. 36-42. Lions in the lead. 3:39. A back and forth affair. Gunnar Alonso around the arc. Pump fake this time. Back-to-back pump fakes from Davis. Brantley with the layup. Almost
Smokes it.
not able to get quite enough of a vertical there to really slow it down. And now the 6'7" sophomore will shoot it for three, and 6'7" junior, Manfred, excuse me. And now Davis straight back to me, fighting for the ball. Brantley will take the three, but that's not going to count, as the foul will send it back into the hands of the red and white. Contact everywhere. The white team. Number 10, Manfred. Inbounding to Hine. Makai Stevens has really been shut down. I was expecting to say his name a lot more tonight. He will get the pass in there, not getting the assist. Behind the pass, driven off the foot, And Deacon Manson
Yeah, and I believe I saw a push.
over to the
I think Brady Heim got away with a push there on the backside, pushing Alonzo and got that rebound. No call from the official. I think it was just karma for. That's why Manthe dribbles it off his foot there almost.
First City basketball to Davis. Davis to Cheatham on the outside. 4-point deficit, trying to close the gap. Cheatham, man-to-man coverage. The Pioneers are being completely shut down now. Keyshawn King able to get the rebound for a second, but hands it right back to Heim with the turnover. Number 12, Trey Bowden in possession. Ball goes out of play. Waiting for a signal. Petition work. Ball back in the hands of your 11 Pioneers. 2:09 on the clock. 36-32. The
Coach Larry
is
Hogan,
four.
Coach Larry Hogan over there petitioning the out of bounds call. I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious that it was off of Stevens' hands over there. Lions up 4 here with 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Alonzo for 3. Bang!
Nothing but net on that one. And Gunnar Alonso with a beautiful shot. Stevens. Isaac Butter waiting signal.
It's going to be a foul on.
Given the foul call.
Yeah, I mean, it's more that, like, yeah, he just. There was nothing really for him to fall over there, and he falls over. Doesn't give away any space. It's going to go foul.
Alonso flips the script. Headed on to the Lansing side. Getting double teamed now. To the outside to Quee Davis. Quee Davis to Ivani Cheatham. Cheatham off the foot. And the hands of Stevens. He will go to Heim. Getting pressed by Cheatham. Ivani Cheatham lunging for the steal. Lions maintain possession.
Air ball.
He will not even get the rim. The Pioneers fan base is electric. The entire student section doing the tomahawk chop for a second in honor of the Kansas City Chiefs nearby. 36-35. The Pioneers trying to remind Lansing why we are the first city. We're the first city not just on the timeline, but also in competition. Currently trailing by 1. 1 minute, 9 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Pioneers are going to need to maintain their composure. They've committed 3 fouls to the Lions 1 here in the third quarter. Perhaps getting a bit sloppy, but I think just the fact that it's been this aggressive and the officials have only called 4 fouls, just a testament to how much this rivalry means. That sometimes these officials are going to let things slide. Everyone in the stadium can feel the drama building. A storyline finish brewing here in Leavenworth County. Adrian Brantley on the layup. He will head to the line for a shooting. Just as we were talking about the Pioneers will draw a foul. Only the second one committed by the Lions in the third quarter. 36-35.
Yeah.
Adrian Brantley to the line with a chance to tie it. It will fall.
Tie game. Brantley's up to 12 on the night, looking for number 13 with this free throw.
36s on the board for both sides. The blue and black on the road, looking for what would be their first road win of the year against a 5A opponent. They had some neutral site wins at Atchison in the tournament. They could beat Lewisburg, a lesser school. But this win would mean so much to this fan base.
foul call number 24. Here's 13-30. Keystone came back.
It would be their first road win against a UKC opponent. Butter on the court. Pioneers searching for their 5th win of the season. Adding Lansing to their list of victims, including Turner, Metro Academy, and Lewisburg. Trey Tolbert on the fast break. Davis waving around. He will get his pass. Pump fake to Cheatham. Cheatham to Tolbert. Trey Tolbert all the way back to the logo. 8-second violation will be enforced, stepping back over the half-court line. Costly error for the Pioneers as possession goes back into the hands of the Red. 36-36. It feels that one key moment could be the defining factor of this one. A low-scoring affair. Both sides have consistently been able to get numbers within 50s or 70s. Both held within 40. As that one will go up. Side Cruz Davis. The ball. And Gavin, the Pioneers have life. They currently lead by 2 and
Let's recognize our next
36. Gavin, it's been such a good game for the first quarters. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what happens. A game with this much bitterness, a game with this much fight, a game with this much passion, fan base. Again, a road, a single
Yeah, I mean,
overall, the Pioneers have just shown why they feel
yeah, these two towns. I mean, these two towns share a Walmart. That's how close this rivalry is. It's just different whenever it gets around here, and I think you can feel that in this building. It's been a defensive game all game long, 38-36, low scoring. This is how I thought it was going to be. The Pioneers played great defense. I mean, obviously don't score the ball as well, but play great defense. They're going to keep the Lions under wraps here as they're up 2 heading into the 4th. And I just hope, Pioneers just need to get a couple points and hopefully run away with this one here in the 4th quarter.
Leavenworth has all the momentum here, heading into the final period of play. 8 minutes left to go. AJ Clark to Brantley, swinging around fast. The pace is flowing. Alonzo takes the pass, goes up to the lane, on the outside to Clark, it will not go in. Makai Stevens trying to do anything to rile up the rest of the squad, and it hasn't worked so far. They've had several moments where it feels like Lansing is about to pull away and the Pioneers just claw back in it. A mid-range jumper will not fall, but Manthey will draw a foul. 7:25 on the clock. Alonzo heads off. Cheatham, Clark, Tolbert, King, and Adrian Brantley, number 23, is the Pioneers' current 5. Wilson for 3. Not going to go. Leavenworth maintains their 2-point lead. Trey Tolbert to AJ Clark. AJ Clark to Keyshawn King. King to Cheatham. Cheatham to Brantley. Brantley. Tolbert to Cheatham. Cheatham driving. Not going to fall, but the referee saw that one. To the line as live on Cheatham. Pair of free throws. Bonnie Cheatham extends the lead to 3, 39-36.
Cheatham up to 6 on the night.
He has a chance to make that 6 a 7 here if he can make this next shot. And it will fall. Pioneers with a 4-point lead. 40-36 Leavenworth. You can feel the hope building as these fan bases collectively start to get a little bit louder. The Pioneers have hope. Despite losing at 17 in Lansing last year, they have thrived on the road this season against the Lions, already winning a historic upset in their 9-win football season. And now a legendary win like this would turn the tide against the Lions here. The three-pointer. Will put in the cheer belt for the first time in a hot minute. Bit of a stunning step. With the lane. 42 seconds. Time. Time to Navy. Anthony. To the outside. Pump fake. Pump fakes again and passes it back to Nancy to Stevens. Makai Stevens. With a monster. And the entire fan base is thinking here. Drew Weinbach trying to calm down the pressure. 42-41, the Pioneers still lead, but that difference is down to 1. Rounds. 42-41 with 6 minutes left of the third quarter. Weinbach having a conversation on the bench. Timeouts in the Pioneers at 4 timeouts.
Section after the game, some of your uniform. Mimi Sarty, Charles Stewart, Caleb Fields, Haley White, Caleb Thorne, and Mason. See you afterwards for your gift card.
On the court at the moment for the Lansing Lions, Brady Helm, Jesse Wilson, Brady Anderson, Makai Stevens, and Deacon Manfi. And for your Pioneers, Quee Davis, he's gotten a lot more play time than he normally does today. And he has definitely proved why he deserved it here. Had a great week of practice and has translated that to the game. Brantley, Cheatham, Tolbert, and King accompanying us. 42-41. Pioneers still in the lead, but it's in jeopardy here. Getting double teams. Not taking the 3, instead passing it around. Driving forward is Anderson. This time it would go Zaheim back to Anderson into the hands of Deacon Manfi. Manfi with the leg. Off the glass. Not going to fall. King with the ball. Trey Tolbert. Adrian Brantley getting triple teamed. Trying to get his rebounds. I am in the bench screaming for a foul. Coach Weinbach is living right now. Teams to the outside to Hine. Brady Hine for 3. Not gonna draw. Mid-range jumper. 2.5 minutes left to play. 43-42. Pioneers now behind. Quee Davis given plenty of room here. The Lions are trying to control the pace of play. Ball goes to the wall. Lots of frustration starting to set in for the Pioneers. This time, the timeout will be called by the Lions. And with 4 minutes and some change left to play, Gavin, what do you think will be necessary for the Pioneers to be on the right side of it?
I think they're just gonna have to stick with what they're doing. I mean, a lot of reports have come off that backdoor screen, driving layups. They're just getting outside of what they're doing, trying to do too much, trying to run the ISOs. They just need to get back to playing as a team, playing defense, scoring the rock.
This basketball team is one that, when they stick to their fundamentals, they are one of the most dangerous squads in the conference, I would say. But I feel like when they get off of the Pioneers, so it kind of stopped and allows them to claw back in it. But now, by one, missed their opportunity to put this game away when they were up 4 a moment ago. 4:13 on the clock as both sidelines step back out onto the hardwood. 43-42. Lansing in front in the fourth quarter. Brady Hine slowing the game down. 30 seconds on the shot clock, 4:05 on the game clock. Makai Stevens around the horn to the outside, three-pointer off the front of the rim. Now getting pushed and shoved, able to draw the contact. Lions, 2 free throws. Pioneers really trying to put this matchup away and show Lansing why Lions belong in the zoo. 3:53 on the clock. First shot, but it does not find its way to the base of the funnel. Anderson now with another opportunity to make this a 2-point game. Second one will also be good. Adrian Brantley fumbles the rebound, helped out by his teammate, Quee Davis. Davis, Cheatham, Alonzo, Adrian Brantley, and Trey Tolbert on the courts. Cheatham draws the foul. Pioneers currently trailing by 1, but 2 shots could let them tie it or take the lead here with 3:38 left to play. Second team foul of the quarter for Lansing. Number 4. The first one off the front of the rim. Opportunity to tie it. 43-42. Pioneers trail. The second shot from Cheatham. It will also not fall.
Hey,
These teams come
we're gonna call a foul on Ivani Cheatham.
second.
And David, that's just not a foul. To be frank, I mean, I get what they're seeing. Like, I get it, but that's just not a foul.
I completely agree with you on that one. Honestly, I think this game is going to come down to 1 or 2 key plays that we'll look back on.
And that one could derail
Leavenworth's still looking for this.
it. That's a good
Adrian Brantley, Cheatham to King, Davis, excuse me. Quee Davis to Brantley. Brantley for 3 for the tie. And it will not fall in. Off the base of the backboard. Pioneers need to get a stop here. Their defense has never mattered more than in this moment. Here's Brady Anderson.
I mean, just because he hits the floor, do we have to call a foul?
Flopping like SGA there.
I don't know.
Fifth foul of the quarter for the Pioneers will hand the bonus into the hands of Lansing. First shot, bricks it. 5 combined for both sides. Another miss would be critical for the Pioneers to keep us a one possession game. They currently trail by 3, 45-42, 2:48 left on the clock. Second one, Gunner Alonso with the rebound. Alonso to Clark. Pioneers setting up to run a play. 3 down the court, 2 in the back. Gunner Alonso getting pressed. Pino goes to the lane. Atrocious no call from the refs, but nonetheless, the Pioneers have clawed their way back with
That was a disgusting layup from Ivani Cheatham. That's really what I wanted to see out of him all night.
Pete Steck gets slammed to the ground. Conversation with the referees.
I mean, I don't know how you can give a flop warning whenever there's clearly contact on the play.
47-44. Leavenworth, 2 minutes away. Looking for victory in the battle for Eisenhower. The battle for Leavenworth County. The battle over the first city. Adrian Brantley. Not able to drop in the layup. And now Lansing trying to make it a 2-possession game with 1:47 left. Bowden. Bowden is now trailing by 5. They need to figure something out quickly. 1:30 left on the clock. The student section is dead silent. But the Lions are getting rowdy. Brantley pump fakes a 3. AJ Clark to Alonso. Alonso.
It's going to be a timeout.
Calling up. Down by 5. One last chance to regroup. 1:14 left on the clock. And if the Pioneers can't change the tide soon, they could find themselves on the losing end of the battle for Eisenhower with the second year in a row, fifth matchup in a row. This is not a game that the fans take lightly. This is not a game that the players take lightly. So much pressure on both sides. And it's been such a back and forth affair. I believe 5 lead changes since the first half. As the cheerleaders are trying to get both sides hyped up, plan for play. The coaches will discuss the extended timeout. Finally comes to an end as the buzzer will sound. The first city trying to defend their title as the class of the county. Brantley, Tolbert, Cheatham, Clark, and Gunner Alonso.
That's the 5 that looks like it's going to do it for the Pioneers.
Tolbert to Clark, Clark to Alonso. Alonso to Cheatham.
How is that not a foul?
Rivani Cheatham gets the layup, the ball. Pioneers within 3. Full court press. 1 minute on the clock.
I mean, and David, I don't know about you, but I've watched.
Looking for the 8-second.
David, I don't know about you, but I've watched plenty of basketball in my day, and I've seen plenty of fouls, and that's what a foul looks like to me. Down below on Rivani Cheatham there, looked like Bowden came across and literally hit him on the arm, literally before he even went up for the shot. I know it would have been on the floor, but I'm still upset about it.
And Andrew on that call would have been a momentum shift for the Pioneers. And would have potentially given them within 2. And the Pioneers getting excited here. Who are you handing the ball to in this situation if Leavenworth can get the ball back?
I mean, down 3, I'm giving it to Brantley. I don't see there's any other guy you can put the ball in the hands of besides Patience Brantley. He's been your guy day in, day out, all summer, all fall. He's been there every single day for the Pioneers, showing up, showing out. I think he's your guy.
A starter since sophomore year. He is a junior at the moment. He is the life and soul of this Pioneers lineup.
A bucket's going to be needed for the Pioneers here.
Pioneers playing with pace. Well, what did you say? It's in the hands of Brentley. Hey, Davis looking for the lay. Not able to find a good spot. Trevor with three. In and out. Good play. Back in the hands of Lansing. It's a 5-point game with 30 seconds. The Pioneers may need a miracle to take this one. Nobody wearing blue is seated in the house on the Leavenworth side. Full court press gets passed up on 19 seconds. Pioneers still trail by 5. Adrian Brantley is able to draw the foul.
To the line, 2-2.
16 seconds. Leavenworth at the point of the game where, with the shot clock turned off, they're going to have to draw some fouls. The first shot from Bowden.
3-point heavy lineup. The Pioneers.
Some of the best role players for the Pioneers. Clark, the playmaker, and Isaac Butter coming in, who has been one of the most automatic 3-point shooters off the bench for the Pioneers all year. Second free throw also won't fall. Full court press, another foul. Pioneers have one timeout remaining.
Pioneers were really going to need a rebound there.
(51 46). Leavenworth trails by 5. First free throw won't fall. 0 for 3 in the last minute of the game on free throws are the Lions. Best rebounders on the court. Second free throw will fall. It's a 6. And now with 11 seconds, Leavenworth needs to sink 2 3-pointers and get a stop in between just to stay in this contest. Seconds left to play. Leavenworth on top for most of this match. And right now they're on the wrong side. They've held the Lions below 60, which is the territory they've been living in for much of this season. But the Pioneers have not been able to counter that with some points of their own. Only 46 on the board for them.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, for the Pioneers, 46 points in a high school basketball game, a lot of times just isn't going to cut it. I mean, they do play defense at a very high clip, and I believe they might be the best defensive team in the UKC, holding teams like Topeka West, Piper, Lansing even down to 60 points or below. I mean, that's a tough thing to do, but they just don't score the basketball well enough to win games.
Adrian Clark will draw the foul. This is perhaps a bit of an advantage for the Pioneers. 9 seconds on the clock. A chance to set up a play. Cheatham, Brantley, and Butter are all down for it, set up in their corners. A bit of a fumble on play. And now Stevens will commit the foul. 6 seconds left to play. Leavenworth needs to erase a 6-point deficit here. AJ Clark to Butter. All goes out of play. Back in the hands of Lansing. And with 3 seconds left. Gavin, they trail by 6 with 3 seconds left. Lansing in possession. No pressure. And as the final seconds melt away,
Yep.
they got it. Lead going into the fourth quarter. they just took it away. Like it's been so many times this year. Overall, Davin is going to play. Find our Pioneers a little excited.
Yeah.
52 to 46 to beat it. And to all of you out there watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching this presentation on basketball on the road on Pioneer Television. We wish you all a good night. Stay safe.